From beyond the Dark Ages, from the depths of time a story rises. This is the tale of the epic duel between two of the cosmos' greatest warriors, the god of thunder Thor, and the fearsome World Serpent, Jörmungandr. This unforgettable narrative from Norse mythology represents much more than a mere conflict. It's a point where order and chaos, heroism and ultimate disaster, the fates of mortals and gods, intersect. At the boundaries of heaven and the underworld, these two cosmic enemies have been at war since the beginning of time. This is not just a battle where their powers are tested, but also a fight built on the fundamental principles of existence. Thor, the embodiment of justice and courage, faces Jörmungandr, the symbol of chaos and destruction. This confrontation leads to Ragnarok, the apocalyptic war where the fates of gods and humans are determined. This conflict, one of the most vital stories in Norse mythology, teaches us about bravery, sacrifice, and the complex fabric of fate. Get ready! This is not just a storytelling session, but also a journey of discovery. Together, we'll learn how the legendary battle between Thor and Jörmungandr has impacted our world and realities beyond. This adventure goes beyond heroes and monsters, prompting us to question what it means to be human, facing the darkness and light, and what they truly represent. Before we dive into the ancient battle between darkness and light, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Are you ready? Let's get started. Among the stars in the golden halls of Asgard sits Thor, the master of thunder and storms, a brave warrior on his throne. He is the mightiest of the Aesir, the protector of Asgard, and the deity tasked with preserving the order of the universe. Thor stands as a tangible symbol of justice and courage, opposing the enemies of both gods and humans. His strength and heroism are known and respected by all inhabitants of the Nine Worlds, not just Asgard. Beside Thor lies the legendary hammer Mjolnir. This is not just a weapon, but also a symbol of cosmic power, controlling lightning and storms. Mjolnir can hurl thunderbolts at Thor's command, defeat his greatest foes, and return to its owner. Yet, the most fascinating feature of Mjolnir is that only those truly worthy can lift it. This proves that Thor's superiority lies not just in physical strength, but in moral integrity as well. Thor's bravery is the stuff of legends. He continually fights for the welfare of humanity and the gods, never backing down from any threat. His adversaries include giants, monsters, and dark beings, yet none can shake his resolve. Thor is particularly known for his deadly rivalry with the World Serpent, Jörmungandr. This enmity represents much more than a physical conflict. It's the eternal struggle between good and evil, order and chaos. Beyond being the Lord of Thunder and lightning on the battlefield, Thor possesses a deep sense of justice and protection. As he battles for the well-being of humanity and the gods, Thor also teaches what personal sacrifice and heroism mean. His stories remind us how to stand firm and determined in the face of adversities, and how strength and power must be measured not just physically, but also in moral and spiritual dimensions. In the darkest waters of the world's deepest seas, a creature has lain since the beginning of time. Jörmungandr, the disruptor of cosmic balance, the enemy of order, a living embodiment of chaos and destruction. This massive serpent encircles Midgard, the world of humans, with its enormous body, hidden in the vast depths of the oceans. Jörmungandr is so large that it can hold its tail in its mouth, thus wrapping the world in a ring. Its existence challenges the boundaries of the world and the cosmic balances, threatening the fragile structure of the universe. The origin of Jörmungandr lies in the depths of chaos and darkness. Born as the child of Loki, this serpent inherits its enmity and dark powers from its father. Its hostility towards Thor is a result of fate and the will of the gods. In Norse mythology, the ultimate battle between Thor and Jörmungandr is an inevitable part of the events leading to Ragnarok, the harbinger of the apocalypse. This enmity symbolizes not just a conflict between two mighty beings, but also the eternal struggle between order and chaos, creation and destruction. Jörmungandr is terrifying not only because of its physical strength and size, but also due to the threat its presence poses. Even the serpent's movement can cause storms in the seas and create tsunamis, overturning the balance of the world. In its battle with Thor, Jörmungandr uses its venom to challenge gods and humans alike, spreading death and destruction. However, the tale of this creature is not only about darkness and destruction, but also a part of the complex structure of cosmic balance and the universe. The struggle between Jörmungandr and Thor signifies not just the beginning of the end, but also the cyclical rebirth, the constant change and transformation of the universe. Thus, Jörmungandr stands as one of the most striking and unforgettable figures in Norse mythology, an object of both fear and admiration. As time nears its end, a great conflict approaches that will determine the fate of the cosmos, Ragnarok, the final battle of gods and monsters, marking the end of worlds. At the heart of this cosmic drama lies the legendary duel between Thor and Jörmungandr, two immortal enemies, locked in a deadly dance for their ultimate encounter. The story begins with Thor venturing into the deep seas to find the World Serpent. The sky darkens, the seas swell, and storms rage, heralding the gods' impending battle. Holding Mjolnir tightly, Thor advances into the depths to disrupt Jörmungandr's slumber. This journey is not just a physical one, but also a test of fate and heroism. Finally, at the edges of the world, Thor and Jörmungandr come face to face. The serpent rises with a wave as big as itself, its eyes blazing like the fire of apocalypse. Thor, with the power of thunder, raises Mjolnir, and the battle begins. The two forces clash in a struggle that shakes the foundations of the universe. Each strike causes lightning to flash and the seas to froth. Every confrontation releases energy powerful enough to change the fate of the world. At the climax of this battle, Thor gathers all his strength and hurls Mjolnir at Jörmungandr. The hammer draws a line of lightning through the air, dispersing the serpent's venom and striking it with a fatal blow. However, this victory comes at a great cost. Jörmungandr's venom seeps into Thor's body. The god falls to the ground just a few steps after defeating his foe, succumbing to the weight of his fate. This duel signifies not only the end of Thor and Jörmungandr, but also the end of the old world and the beginning of a new era. Their struggle triggers the start of Ragnarok, leaving deep and lasting effects on the cosmic balances. With the collapse of the old order, space opens for rebirth and change. Thus, the universe reshapes itself in an endless cycle. If you've watched the video this far and enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's come to the end of the legendary battle between Thor, the god of thunder, and Jörmungandr, the fearsome World Serpent. And so, the legendary duel between Thor, the god of thunder, and Jörmungandr, the fearsome World Serpent, echoes beyond time. This epic battle represents more than just a fight. It embodies a deep mythological and cultural legacy, symbolizing the endless conflicts, heroisms, and rebirths throughout human history. The story of Thor and Jörmungandr reminds us of the value of courage, sacrifice, and struggle. It also offers a meditation on the cyclical nature of life and the universe, where endings lead to new beginnings. What can this ancient tale teach us in today's world? How can a story from centuries ago still resonate and deeply affect us in modern times? Mythological stories capture universal aspects of the human experience. They tell the fundamental stories of fear, hope, struggle, and salvation. The conflict between Thor and Jörmungandr reflects the battles we face on both personal and collective levels. This story encourages us to stand bravely against the challenges we encounter, to find the hero within ourselves, and to remember that in the cycle of life, every end is actually a signal of a new beginning. After watching the video, I want to leave the audience with these questions. What do you think the story of Thor and Jörmungandr tells us in modern times? Which struggles in your life echo this legendary duel? And what is the most valuable lesson you can take from this story? Mythological tales are not just memories of the past, but also mirrors for our hopes and dreams for the future. The story of Thor and Jörmungandr reminds us of the strength of the human spirit, the will to never accept defeat in the face of adversity, and the potential for beauty and rebirth amidst life's complexities. Therefore, the legend of Thor and Jörmungandr will continue to be a story not just for past generations, but for us and future generations as well. It teaches us that tales of heroism and struggle will remain a universal part of the human experience, uniting, inspiring, and propelling us forward. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next video.